Hi guys, my cold CEO husband. This book contains romance emperor Kim Taehyung, CEO of Kim's 30-year-old John Jungkook, fanboy 24-year-olds married to Taehyung, Kim Seokjin, married to Namjoon, Kim Namjoon, Taehyung's older brother, married to Jin. Yeah, June, come fast, Jin shouted, sitting on his pink couch in the living room, waiting for his husband Kim Namjoon. Wow! Namjoon put his hands on his heart and kissed Jin's cheek, saying, Mama is looking so pretty today. Why? Of course, I have to look best. Today we are going to meet Tiger's bride. Jin flipped his pink hairs and walked slowly towards the main gate like a penguin. Jin is 5 months pregnant but still so excited for Taehyung's wedding as for his Tae is like a cute little boy who used to follow him everywhere. When he first came in this house after wedding with Namjoon. But for outside world, Taehyung is a cold billionaire and CEO of Kim's, a fashion company. Nobody tries to extra mingle with him due to his cold and rude nature. Now Jin and Namjoon has find a boy for his marriage. John Jungkook, a little college student. Jungkook is poor but have a happy family. His dad works at a supermarket and is a honest employee. Flashback. Jin was shopping for groceries and he came directly today from his husband's office, so he was wearing extra jewelry. After paying his bills and his bodyguard picking his bags, he made his way to the car. Sitting inside as usual, he moves his hand to his neck to his hubby's first gift to him for courting, a diamond pendant, which is very rare and expensive. Its worth is about 10 billion won, but the money doesn't matter. But his feelings are attached to that. He panicked inside the car and ran out crying, his bodyguard following, while calling Namjoon. Sir, please come fast to the location. Jin sir is crying. The bodyguard informed Namjoon, who left his work and made his way to the car. Inside the supermarket, Jin ran to the counter and told them to find his pendant. His bodyguard also tries to search it but can't find. While Mr. John, who works there, was lifting a box from the floor when a shiny thing falls in front of him. He put the box down and took it into his hands, and the pendant shouted luxury. He is poor and thought about the loans and his cookies, study, and future, but he shakes his head. He made his way outside and saw a crying Jin. He stood near him and showed him the pendant. Excuse me, is this yours? Jin's eyes sparkled and he took it in his trembling hands and cried, kissing the pendant again and again. While Namjoon entered and saw Jin crying, his heart pained, and he hugged his wife and thanked Mr. John. Both the couple thanked him, which Mr. John smiled and said, "It's okay, child. It belonged to you anyways." He turned to go, but then, "Papa, Mama made your favorite, and Cuckoo bought it. Now give me ice cream." A teenage boy with blonde hairs, giggling, came running and hugged his papa. His big doe eyes, which shines brightly while hugging his papa, glanced at a crying Jin. He moved away from his papa, giving him lunch bag. Then he stood in front of Jin while looking at him and said, "Hyungi, why crying?" "Wait." He then focused to find something from his pockets. A candy he took and put into Jin's hand and said, "Now Cuckoo gave you his candy. Now don't cry, okay?" Koo showed him his big bunny smile and turned to his papa, saying, "Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, papa." Mr. John laughed, and his heart melted seeing his cookie's little gesture to the crying man. Jin hearts become a butter, seeing so much cuteness, and he is happy to see the papa and Dio. So much cuteness. He looked into his husband's eyes and said, "Johnny, I am thinking about something." John looked at him, smiled, saying, "I know, baby, I know. I am also thinking about the same." They smiled and made their way back to the car while thinking about the cute boy. Inside, they discussed that they both liked the boy and maybe they can fix his marriage with Taehyung. At dining table, Tae, "Do you have a boyfriend?" his brother asked, and Tae choked on his juice. "No, Hyung." He maintained his cold face like, "Why the hell are you asking me this?" "No, Hyung." He maintained his cold face. "Good, good. We have find a boy for you, so be prepared," Namjoon said while smiling to Jin. June smiled and said, "Tiger, you will love him. He is so precious." They looked at Jin and nodded, trying to not show any emotions outside, but inside he is curious. So next day, Jin and Namjoon reached Jungkook's house as per the information from their bodyguard. They knocked on the gate of the small but nice house decorated with flowers. They knocked on the gate of a small house. The door got opened by Mrs. John, who smiled at them and asked, "Hello, please come inside." They both entered and settled in the living room. Mr. John came outside and recognized them and smiled, saying, "Oh, how are you here, my childs?" Namjoon cleared his throat and was going to speak, but a cute cookie in his pink apron came shouted, Mama, did you see my heart plate? But seeing the guest, he hides behind his mom because he is looking bad with all the food covering his clothes, making him shy. Jin laughed at him and said, Jungkook, come sit here. We are here to talk about you. Jungkook shyly denied and ran to his room to change. Namjoon laughed at him and turned to Mr. John, saying, We are here for a marriage proposal for Jungkook. Mr. Jungkook looked at his wife, who nodded. Namjoon continued, I am Kim Namjoon and my wife Kim Sokjin. I am chairman of Kim's and my brother Kim Taehyung, CEO of Kim's. We are here to ask for a wedding to happen between Jungkook and Taehyung. We will take care of Jungkook like our own. We promise you. Hearing the sincere word, Mr. Jones' heart became happy. Also belong to rich family. They will take care of their Koo good and Koo really deserve a prince charming in his life. Mr. Jones had heard about Taehyung, the CEO. He is very respected and there are not any dating rumors about him too, even with this much money. Jungkook came and Jin gave him chocolate box, which Jungkook accepted shyly. Jin then told him about Kim Taehyung and showed Jungkook his photo also, which Jungkook liked. Jungkook looked at his mama, papa, which they nodded. Jin and Namjoon laughed, giving them their contact number and pleading to accept the wedding proposal. At night, Jin got a call and he jumped happily on bed while Namjoon tore the book half apart, which he was reading in stress, seeing Jin jumping. Jin, what happened? Careful, please. He pulled Jin's hand and made him sit carefully on the bed. Junie, they agreed, and now a marriage will happen. I am so happy for they. After all this, he deserves happiness, Jin said to Namjoon. Namjoon smiled and thought about his little brother who changed so much and closed his walls after their parents passed away due to a betrayal by their close ones. Now Taehyung has built his walls higher and he no longer is the bubbly boy he used to be. Strict, a strict and cold CEO they happily told the news to Taehyung, who got shocked and looked at the clock. 11:30 p.m. So why his Hyungi are pranking him at this late? So he cleared his throat and said, Jin Hyung, you should sleep now. It's not good for baby's health to be awake at this late. But instead, he got a head slap from a moody Jin who glared at him saying, I gave you a good news and this is your reaction? I am hungry. Jin went to kitchen and Namjoon followed his braggy baby before patting Taehyung's shoulder and saying, "Brace yourself. Now you are going to be a husband." Tae closed the door and sat on his work table, but all night, instead of working, he thought about husband word. It means they were serious. How's he? Is he pretty? Smart? Will he be okay with my nature? He searched how to be a good husband on the internet and he got numerous solutions. So he noted some of them and make a list. Now perfect feeling he slept. Taehyung's POV. Today morning, when I was entering the office building, I saw a woman hugging a man in office suit. Looks like he is a employee in my company and he kissed her sweetly. I turned around and seen them, but will my husband be like this too? Will he make food for me? Will he love me? My cold personality I can't change. Will he able to adjust with me? Thinking this, they started his day at work. The days passed soon and today Jin is taking Taehyung by scolding him because he has to go for his wedding suit shopping, but instead this boy got ready for work. Jungkook is coming too. Jin had sent a driver to pick him up and it's their first meeting. Jin then dragged Taehyung, who was nervous, inside. He has not asked even photo from Jin and Namjoon because he is closed off. Now seeing his soon to be wife for the first time, he got the weird feeling back in his stomach, which he got when his dad announced him as the CEO for the first time. Jin may not able to tell, but they took his extra time today choosing between which tie looks better with his outfit, which cologne will be fine if he's close to his fiancée. Now entering the boutique, Jin soon found Jungkook in a corner, and when Jungkook turned, looking so pretty in his floral outfit, Taehyung's heart skipped a beat. Jungkook saw his soon-to-be husband standing tall, looking so handsome. So he shyly moved his gaze down, not meeting Taehyung's. His hand found his way to push his hairs behind his ear, while shyly bowing to Jin and Taehyung hello, while Jin pulled Jungkook into his arms, saying he is looking so cute and pretty. They will surely fall him for the first sight. They, who was statued in his place, slowly moved his hand for shake because Jin slapped his back. Say hello to Jungkook. Jungkook shyly moved his hand forward to shake and felt currents feeling his big hand. taking his small hand. Jin then hooked arm with Jungkook, taking him for dress trial. All the while, whenever Jungkook changed her dress and come, they pretend to be busy, but his full focus was on Jungkook. And when his turn come, then Jungkook slowly said, "This white and blue one will look great," which they heard and finalized it, even when Jin wants the black suit. When Jungkook's car passed away, then he got to know 5 hours passed and he didn't even notice. But inside, Tae likes his cute wifey. While Jungkook is talking to his mama, he is so handsome mama, so tall, looks like a prince, but he doesn't even talk to me. Maybe he doesn't like cuckoo, Ko said while munching on the cookies he made. His mom laughed and said, "Who will not like my precious cuckoo? Maybe he is shy to meet you. Also, you talk a lot, so he has to listen." A perfect match. She patted Koo's hairs, while Taehyung whole focus was going back again and again on Jungkook. His smile, his lips, his non-stop talking. He smiled to himself for the first time in a long while. Their wedding day, Jungkook has been the prettiest bride after Jin. Namjoon had said when Jin glared at him. Jones laughed, and during their kiss, it's been like Jungkook's heart will come out of his chest due to beating so fastly. His handsome, godly husband looked at his eyes, asking permission for the kiss. And when Jungkook nodded, then he sealed his lips with his rough ones. After that, Jungkook has bited and swiped his tongue on his lips so much time, making them more pink and taking Taehyung's attention again and again. They gulped after their kiss, and now he wants nothing more than kiss his wife again. But he can't, so he put his cold mask on his face. Jungkook is crying while hugging his mama, papa, because he is leaving with his husband to his new home now. After some time, Tae gently placed his hand on Jungkook's back and guided him in the car. They are leaving for Taehyung's penthouse for their first night. Jungkook, who is sitting on the passenger seat, slowly peeked towards Tae, who was driving. He is doing it continuously for about 20 minutes. "Jungkook, is something on my face?" they asked, breaking the silence suddenly because he can't ignore the big doe eyes staring at him again and again, or else he will do something. "No, nothing," Jungkook said and turned his face towards window now. Reaching home, Jungkook followed Tae, who got into a room beautifully decorated by Jin, but ignoring it he went to bathroom. while Jungkook becomes scared, thinking, is he wants me now? But I need time. Cuckoo is tired and wants to sleep. But no, Mama said to if hubby wants something, then trust him and follow him. So Cuckoo can't ignore hubby. But hubby is looking so scary suddenly. We are alone. If Cuckoo says no, will hubby listen to him? Coo started overthinking. Taehyung came out and saw his little wife standing in front of door. Come inside, he said in his deep voice. But no, Jungkook's ear heard it was a strict order, so he fastly moved inside and stood up like a puppy who is ready to cry. Taehyung cursed himself for his strict voice, but he is used to it, so it comes out naturally. But seeing Jungkook scared of himself, change your clothes. They are in the closet. They was out. This time more gently to Koo, who nodded his head in tiny and made his way to the bathroom. When Jungkook came out in his pajamas, lights were off, only side lamp was on. Should I sleep beside him? He thought while watching Tae, who was on bed, showing his back to Jungkook. He then slowly laid beside Tae and turned off the lamp and closed his eyes. While Tae can feel the bed dip because of Koo, and his mind is thinking about how hot his wife is looking, as there is a mirror in his side wall. When Koo emerged from bathroom and slowly came to the bed, Taehyung was awake and he saw his shiny, thick thighs and his sleeveless top. He can hear Jungkook's breathing. It means he is awake too. So Tae slowly moved and laid on his back. Jungkook felt the movement of his husband. Will he touch me now? What should I do? He panicked. Slowly, Tae turned to Koo and placed his hand on his shoulder, urging him to face Taehyung. Koo moved slowly and his big, though teary eyes looked at Tae's, who was shocked and first time showed expression on his face. Hey, what happened? Why crying? They asked, caressing Koo's cheek softly. Koo sniffed and put his hand on Taehyung's and mumbled, you, I am scared. He started wailing suddenly. They looked at Jungkook thinking, what did I do? Why is wife scared of me? But I did not do anything, they said slowly. Jungkook squeezed his eyes and glared at Taehyung. You did not do anything? He asked to him. You don't talk, don't smile, do look cold, intense, and so bigger than Cuckoo. So, Koo scared of hubby. Jungkook covered his mouth. Did he blabbered too much? Again? Did he complain to his hubby? Ah, he shouted and turned to other side, covering his face with blanket. They surprised, moved back, seeing Jungkook's reaction, and did Ko point out my habits for the first night? Did he just call me hubby? Hubby? He thought. Tae's lips curled slightly, and he looked at Jungkook, whose cute toes are peeking out of
the blanket and fidgeting nervously. Next morning, Jungkook got up early as usual and saw his hubby's face so close to his, and even in the morning they looked so handsome. His cheeks became hot and he got up to freshen, hiding his blushy cheeks with his palms. He made breakfast. When Taehyung woke up, he looked around, confused, not finding his wife in the bed with himself. After changing for his office suit, he walked downstairs. Hubby, a cute voice stopped him. There, Koo is hiding behind a pillar and peeked at Taehyung, looking so adorable. In the morning itself, the first thing they hummed, looking at him. Eat brekkie, Koo said, but they replied coldly, I do not eat breakfast. Driver will drive you back to home. They then left a pouty Jungkook as he made brekkie, but his hubby did not eat and left for the work on the first day of their marriage. So, news about Taehyung's marriage was spread, but seeing him in office, everyone was shocked. They commented about Taehyung behind his back. Workaholic boss. Namjoon got to know and he went to Taehyung's office. Tae, you came. I gave you leave, right? He said to the busy Tae. Hyung, I have work to do, so I came. Saying this, Taehyung again started doing his work, and Namjoon shook his head, saying, Jin will surely scold this boy. Who arrived at Jin's place. Entering, he got hugged by a cheery Jin. Oh my, look at the glow of my Koo, Jin said, teasing him. Jungkook looked down shyly and then he started talking how hubby left and did not eat his food. Jin patted his head, saying he will not leave Tae today. But Koo said, No, don't scold hubby, please, Hyungi. Jin laughed at Jungkook's cuteness. At dinner, Tae and Namjoon came, and Taehyung went to his room. Jungkook followed him. Taehyung entered to wash his face, and in the meantime, Jungkook put some casual clothes of Taehyung on the bed for him. Hubby come downstairs after changing, Jungkook said, and made his way to the dining table. Sometimes later, Taehyung came and sat beside Namjoon. Then Jun and Jungkook also sat, and they all started having their dinner together. Jungkook then come with a plate of cupcakes. Hubby, eat this, I made it, he said shyly. Cool, they don't like sweet things, Jin said, and Jungkook's face fell. But Taehyung took a piece of cupcake and took a bite from it. His face don't show any reaction, but he ate it completely and went back to his room. While Jungkook was expecting a praise, instead Namjoon praised him. He shyly smiled. In the room, Taehyung was working, but he saw Jungkook, so he got up and laid on the bed. Jungkook also laid down beside him. Now Taehyung is a man and his beautiful wife in the closed room with him, but due to his cold nature, he cannot express openly like others. He looked at Jungkook, who was awake. He then slowly put his hand on Jungkook's above the blanket. Slowly, Koo's breath hissed. He shyly looked at their hands and then at Taehyung. They leaned toward his face and breathed near Koo's trembling one's lips. Koo closed his eyes and Taehyung studied Jungkook's expression very carefully. He is not denying, so it's okay to kiss him. And then Taehyung took his upper lips in between his. Jungkook's toe curls. His other hand reached near Taehyung's. He pulled at it when Tae suddenly got on top of him. At it
when Taehyung suddenly got on top of him, kissing and licking his lips. Jungkook moaned slightly. Ah! Taehyung lay down on his side, breathing heavily. Good night, he said, and covered Goo's face with blanket. So, wait for next part of my See Your Husband